Hello and welcome to the Blockchain Report, where we talk about everything blockchain related, cryptocurrency, crypto assets, DeFi, NFTs, staking, stablecoins, you name it, we cover it. Hope you're having a great day, great week. Go ahead and look into the markets, see what's going on. Bitcoin finally got a green weekly candle close yesterday, the first green candle after 9 red weeks. It's definitely I believe the previous record was 7 red weekly candles, but we surpassed that. Market cap still about the same it was at before last week, early last week, but get a nice little bounce here. That's the monthly. We'll go to the weekly right here. There was a lot of pain. Hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then this one closed just last night. So this is the first day of the weekly candle. If you look where it says 6 hours and 5 or 6 days and 5 hours is when this candle closes. So you get a little support here, but we got to make sure it doesn't come up and reject this area. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. There's stuff going around the market saying that we could bottom. This could have actually been this could have been the real top, and this with what the Fed did, printing more money and a lot of the COVID stuff and uncertainty caused this run up. That's what the theory is, the false top theory. So this is a false top and this was actually the real top, but this whole run up was just mainly people using it for exit liquidity, big whales using this for exit liquidity, which subsequently caused a crash, and now here we are. But I think we still have a few more months of pain. I'd love to see 20K personally, but if we don't get there, this will be a nice little spot. I couldn't complain. Although I'm not stacking too much Bitcoin or any at all. Looking at my alts. But going to a little crypto news today, kind of cover what happened the past week. So apparently there was some involvement with Celsius in the Terra collapse, the Terra Luna. So analytics company Nansen linked the DPEG of Terra's US dollar stablecoin to 7 large crypto wallets, among them a wallet associated with crypto lending platform Celsius, whose massive sales of UST triggered a stampede for the exit. UST maintained its peg to the dollar through a complex network of arbitrageurs, traders who bought and sold the token, as well as a linked volatile crypto called Luna to profit from price differences across exchanges and DeFi liquidity pools. It all worked well until the market lost confidence in the mechanism earlier this month, sending the network into a death spiral that plunged the token from basically $1 to 2 cents. And Luna fell from over $100 to fractions of a penny. It was crazy. So we'll see. The CEO saying that the findings are inaccurate. I don't think they would actually be directly involved with this. I think these wallets are just some form of liquidity for exchanges, but got to make sure you're not actually involved in the destruction or downfall of a token or stablecoin. Haven't heard much about Celsius in a while. Some Chainlink news. Chainlink hasn't really been in the news very much. Last year they had a lot of partnerships incorporating their what's called oracles, and these oracles are like servers. They'll go out to different sites or places that have data, and you can like price feeds, and you can get price feeds for pretty much anything. So this is moving into Solana for DeFi support. So Chainlink blockchain oracle platform announced that its price feed technology has been launched to the Solana network. For DeFi, that's really helpful. You want to have a good DeFi ecosystem. You need some price aggregators to where they can go out, accurately pull prices from different places and make sure that you're getting the most accurate prices. Bitcoin USD pair, ETH USD pair, and USDC USD pair. More price feeds will be made available at later stages. Nope, I don't want that. Multiple projects have already committed to using Chainlink's tool. And there's a huge list of projects that use Chainlink's oracles. It's pretty standard. Even a lot of non-crypto, non-blockchain companies or projects use their oracle feeds. It can be used for a wide range of applications. So some Optimism news. We'll talk about the airdrop here in a little bit. Velodrome apparently launched an airdrop on Optimism. I don't know much about projects on Optimism, but Velo, I guess. Eligible users can claim their airdrop here. I guess this is a little screenshot of what it looks like. The move comes the day after Optimism, a layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum, kicked off its first phase of its own OP airdrop. OP is their Optimism governance token. Now, I believe they're making these tokens, quote unquote, governance tokens, so that I don't know how that affects them being labeled as securities or being hit with regulation from the Fed and the government. I want to say that's a way to get around it. If you say it's a governance token, it's a way to give people voting rights and not necessarily a tool, an investment tool, but I could be wrong. Majority, 60% of the Velo supply, or Velo. What's the name of this one again? The Velodrome? Maybe it's just Velo. Has been allocated to the community. Airdrop recipients include Weave holders, Optimism Network users, and users of various DeFi protocols. Full list can be found here. We'll check that out. So I guess if you've used the network or Weave, I don't know what that is, but partner protocols building on Optimism will receive 24% of the Velo supply, including Aave, Alchemix Finance, FEI, Frax, Hop, this whole list. Velodrome's newly launched trading and liquidity marketplace designed to provide deep liquidity and low-fee slippage trades. Velodrome is supposed to be an improved version of the Solidity exchange launched by Yearn founder Andre Crony. Andre Crony, such a crony. Yearn is Yearn Finance, and they are a huge, I guess, decentralized entity on the blockchain, but they do a lot of DeFi stuff. Andre designed Solidity to be an AMM optimized to facilitate the swapping of both stable and volatile assets. Like Curve, those who lock their governance tokens can vote to steer emissions to their desired liquidity pools and receive a cut of protocol fee revenue. Solidity never truly got tested due to the issues, including bugs, leaving key features broken, the distribution being too concentrated, and a general downturn in the Phantom ecosystem after Crone quit DeFi. Velodrome aims to improve on many of Solidity's issues with regards to distribution, emissions, and whitelisting token pairs. Velo can be locked for Vivelo, which confers voting rights. Voters then determine the flow of Velo emissions to the various liquidity pools. Optimism team will receive 5% of the Velo supply in an attempt to align incentives and shore up support for Velodrome. But I guess if you see a project that isn't necessarily working the greatest or having the best application in the environment and you can improve on it, I guess that's pretty cool. So anything to lower the fees, get better marketplace interaction, and we'll see how it goes. I'll check and see if I qualify for the airdrop, but I have used Optimism before. I qualified for the airdrop that they recently had, and yeah, we'll see. We'll check that out. That's interesting. Here's some of the tokenomics. So if you want to go into this more, you can go into this more, the mechanics, all this stuff, initial distribution. So that's cool. Yeah, check that out. So DeFi crypto wallet aims to decentralize inheritance of crypto and NFTs. Karobo's new inheritance solution allows users to generate and execute an automated last will without the need for lawyers, government authorities, or any other centralized entity. This is really fascinating. My parents dealt with something that this could have been useful for back when my grandparents passed away, and things with the will, and there was a lot of weird stuff going on because my grandparents were in the hospital. They had to do stuff with their will and trying to give things to my mom, and my uncle got involved and wasn't happy with the decisions that were made, and my grandparents' stuff was allocated, so there was a huge thing. They had to go to court, and this, unfortunately, my parents did not win, and yeah, it was a whole big thing, and my uncle never really helped take care of my grandparents like my mom did. I wasn't really involved much later on in life, but it was just a big kind of blow to my parents after that. So something like this where you can set things up without the need of lawyers and, I don't want to say money hungry relatives, but just people who don't get what they want and come after others to take what they think is theirs. But anyways, enough on that. Yeah, the concept of cryptocurrency inheritance continues to rapidly evolve as the decentralized finance industry spawns more ways to make a crypto will. The Israeli crypto software provider Kirobo is moving to tackle a major void in the DeFi industry by providing crypto investors with an opportunity to pass private keys or transfer funds according to their last will. The firm announced on Tuesday the launch of an inheritance feature on its decentralized crypto wallet Liquid Vault, allowing users to designate crypto wallets to inherit their funds. The new solution enables the generation and execution of an automated last will and testament without the need for lawyers, government authorities, or any other centralized entity. Instead, users will just need to select up to 8 beneficiaries and choose a date for distributing the assets to the design. Users just need to select up to 8 beneficiaries and choose a date for distributing the assets to the designated wallets. So this is neat. It would be a good idea for all this to move to the blockchain. We have official records, and there's not a lot of hearsay to sway people into making a decision when you can have it right here on the blockchain. Can't change it, can't mess with it. So that's cool. That's something to watch out for, especially as you get older. Yeah, you don't want your assets to go into the wrong people's hands or people you don't truly want to have it. Next up, talk about some gaming. Infinite Arcade and YGGC collaborate to bring Web3 gaming to the masses. I'm not sure. I've heard of Infinite Arcade, but not YGGC. I guess they're launching a partnership to onboard 500,000 Southeast Asian gamers to Web3. Yeah, this bring about 500,000 games to. They wanted to onboard approximately 500,000 games to Web3. Wow. I wonder what type of games they want to bring onto the blockchain. We'd love to see more and more companies, graphics design companies, or advertising companies, or video game companies, they all moving onto the blockchain and seeing how early we still are. When you have hardly any, in the grand scope of things, you have hardly any attention on these spaces. So, especially gaming, you can have more play-to-earn games that are big-time games, big AAA rated games on the blockchain, that you'll get a huge influx of people. I mean, people are already playing video games to not get paid for them at all, but once you start adding the play-to-earn features, it'll be game over. Especially with mobile, a lot of people play mobile games forever, everywhere, even when they're driving. But yeah, it's good to see more companies partnering in the crypto space for games. Gucci builds a permanent presence on Roblox with Gucci Town. Gucci Town is the fashion house's second virtual space on Roblox and its 5th collaboration with the online gaming platform. That looks pretty neat. So it features a piazza that connects different areas. There's space for mini games, a cafe, and virtual store. There's also an exhibition space inspired by Gucci Vault. Unlike its previous Metaverse space, Gucci Garden, which was also on Roblox for 2 weeks last year, Gucci Town will have a permanent presence on the online gaming platform. So players can walk from Central Piazza to mini-game heights where they can compete in Gucci games such as Tile Takeover or Flashlight Tag to earn GG gems, Gucci Town's in-experience currency. They can be used to purchase power-ups or virtual Gucci items. Try to say that 3 times fast. Virtual Gucci items. Virtual Gucci items. Virtual Gucci items. There's also the Creative Corner, where users can create artworks of their own or discover the works of visiting artists. Users can also visit Vault Plaza, an exhibition space showcasing some of Gucci's latest collaborations and drops. It's inspired by Gucci Vault, the experimental online space that houses Gucci's marketplace and NFT projects, along with a curated selection of rare vintage pieces. Gucci Shop's a boutique. Visitors can purchase digital Gucci garments to style their Roblox avatars. They'll have digital fashion items. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Didn't know Roblox was so involved with all these different companies. Companies in the IRL, as some people say, or in real life. That's pretty neat. So a little on the Metaverse. Metaverse-related phishing attacks become the newest form of high-tech fraud. Although retail Metaverse investors are losing their investments to scammers, institutional investors are focused on establishing a presence in the virtual world. So I don't know if you've gotten a lot of messages from people in the crypto space, or influencers in the crypto space, or YouTubers in the crypto space saying they can help you trade and invest and blah, 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 blah. And people will never do that. They won't ask you for your passwords, your security phrase, your private keys, whatever. If you want to make sure that you're not getting scammed, there's some tips or tricks that you can do to avoid that. One is finding the project or going to either CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap and searching for the project on here, going to the project's website or their social medias and finding out if there's any information about what that person sent you. Like if somebody said, there's a free airdrop, there's a free NFT mint happening, you want to make sure that that's not a scam, and searching for that project and finding out whether or not the project is actually having that airdrop or that free mint or whatever, insert whatever person or scammer says in direct message to you. But yeah, if you really don't know, then don't send anything back to that person. Yeah, the victims of these attacks claim they believe their investments were solid, seeing as the metaverse combines blockchain and crypto technology. However, soon after purchasing their metaverse land, they lost it to malicious actors. Specifically, the hackers tricked them into clicking links that appear to be portals to the virtual universe. The unwitting investors opened phishing sites by clicking the links, stealing their credentials. As a result, bad actors got access to their metaverse property. Among the victims of metaverse fraud is long-term care nurse Kasia Desrosiers. She invested $16,000 in NFTs representing virtual land in the Sandbox and Superworld. That's really painful. However, her dreams did not see the light of day. 3 months into her first metaverse purchases, she searched Decentraland on her browser and clicked the first link that popped up. The link led to a phishing site that enabled hackers to clean out her MetaMask wallet. She's an online fitness instructor. Tracy Karlinski, an online fitness instructor, faced the same fate. She lost her $20,000 investment in the Sandbox. phishing site was almost identical to the Sandbox's login page. It's just really disgusting. If you buy any Metaverse land, make sure you go through OpenSea or go to the Sandbox project site and look through there, or go to the Discord and see if you can find out the best marketplaces to buy and sell. Because just searching on your web browser for the Sandbox or Decentraland or insert project here, people will pay to have links up at the front so you can click on them so they can hack your shit. So just keep that in mind with anything that you deal with in the crypto space. So interesting, Chibi Clash raises $3 million in private round to build fantasy Web3 gaming universe. So Chibi Clash is a fantasy Web3 gaming universe, has completed a private funding round for $3 million with notable angels and venture funds. The funding round secures the initial capital ahead of an upcoming IDO. Initial DEX offering. This is neat. Just some more gaming news, more applications being built for gaming. I don't know too much about Chibi Clash, but it's pretty cool. It's auto battler game. It's completely free. If you want to look into that, I'll touch that real quick. Elvis! If you don't know, he's still alive in spirit. Get those blue Elvis on chain to host world record breaking Elvis extravaganza. Get those blue suede shoes on at the ready and prepare yourself for a grandiose rock and roll celebration of epic proportions. Elvis on chain will head to Decentraland to host the biggest accumulation of Elvis impersonators the universe has ever seen. Next month, Elvis on chain will partner with Vegas City to host the biggest rock and roll events of the century. So the aim to break the Guinness World Records of the largest number of Elvises gathered in a single place. So if you want to be involved with that, or part of that, you can go to Decentraland and right here, go to Elvis on Chain, Twitter, and RSVP. That's pretty cool. I'm not a big Elvis fan, but if you are, go for it. Miami Swim Week to use Web3 tech at Festival. Miami's been a pretty big hub for all things crypto. And they have the Bitcoin conference there every year. So according to the latest reports, annual event will utilize a variety of Web3 elements, including NFTs, digital swimwear, and Metaverse experience. And here's a little breakdown of what they'll be going over. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if you saw this, but DeLorean will release NFTs. And apparently they also have a new vehicle that will be coming out sometime in the next few years, I think. I thought it was pretty interesting. Curzio Research pays $5 million for Metaverse land. So now another research company be jumping in the Metaverse. There's just another one to add to the list of many, many companies that own land, mostly on Ethereum, just because they've been around longer. But yeah, that's pretty neat. That's just after that university in Brazil, I believe, was it? Moved into the Metaverse. And then Zuckerberg predicts more Metaverse pain after spending $10 billion in 2021. And I guess they're expecting to burn more cash for 3 to 5 years. So if you're invested in Meta, I don't know if it's still Facebook anymore. Yep. But it's not Not happy, man. Not happy. That's weeks too. Yep. Just in a bad downfall. We'll see how they do. But next, Stepin, everyone's favorite. I can't get in because I don't have an access code project. If you didn't know, Stepin is a move to earn application on Solana blockchain, where basically you buy these little shoes and you link it. I think you can get one that goes in your shoe, but you get these NFT shoes, and the more active you are, the more you earn. And I guess they've suffered a DDoS attack, and it caused issues on the network. Also, the Solana network has been down quite a bit. I'm not sure if this is all because of this or if it has some involvement, but yeah, Stepin. If you're involved with Stepin or inside Stepin community, I don't know how this is affecting you, but I hope it's not doing really bad. I tried to get in a lot for like a week using access codes, but I was never able to get in. Washington Post, crypto scams are on the rise. Is crypto space the riskiest sector? Just kind of touching on this earlier, where people are getting scammed, they're getting phishing attacks. It's pretty terrible. It's really easy to go after people and their investments, but the crypto industry has a lot of nasty people that will try and take your money. So it's about 46,000 Americans were victims of crypto scams last year between just January and March. And you just gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. And no return on any investment is guaranteed, but also knowing what to look out for. And I mean, even people who are experienced get hit by this. So you got to do the best we can. Keep all your crypto assets and NFTs in a separate wallet that you don't ever use to mint or do. It's just to hold the NFTs, just to hold your assets. So that's a little trick. So if you don't link it to anything, you can't get hacked. If you don't give anyone your keys, you can't get hacked. Kucoin reveals its first NFT project on its native NFT marketplace. Kucoin continues to expand its presence in the NFT market, revealing the upcoming launch of its NFT launchpad on Winvein, its native NFT marketplace. Winvein will be launched on June 20th with ZZoopers as a debut NFT project for available users. So if you're interested in NFTs on Kucoin, looks like it's more of a centralized exchange or marketplace, but I don't know too much about it at the moment. Kucoin is a centralized exchange, but nobody knows who the people are that run it. So it could be good. I wouldn't really want to keep my NFTs on there if you can. But next, Solana. Mentioned this a little bit just a few minutes ago. Blockchain was halted Wednesday. This is right around the 30th of May or 31st of May. And after a bug in one of the features caused consensus failure, problematic feature was disabled ahead of the network restart. while the development on a long-term solution has already begun. Solana's native digital currency, Sol, has lost more than 10%. So Solana's been having some issues, not just recently, but I believe last year they had some issues too. Doesn't seem like the developers are doing an excellent job. I hear that this network outage doesn't get resolved very fast and just causes a whole host of issues that bring up the integrity of Solana long term. But we'll have to wait and see what that's done. We can actually look at year to date. Let's see. I mean, that's not all because of the network being down, but it doesn't help. So if you're in Solana, just say, do whatever makes you feel comfortable. But I got some NFTs over there I won't really get rid of unless I see that Solana is gonna completely crash and shut down. But I think they just have too much money in them. And then we'll end with a little bit of airdrop news. ETH Layer 2 scaling solution Optimism launches OP governance token. Popular Layer 2 ETH scaling solution Optimism launches its governance token. It'll allow owners to participate in community governance via a unique model called Optimism Collective. And as we mentioned earlier, 5% of token supply was allocated for initial airdrop, 14% will be distributed in subsequent airdrops. Airdrops tokens to over 248,000 eligible wallets. And this airdrop was designed to reward Optimism's early users or adopters. So they took to Twitter to publish a recap of lessons learned in the first airdrop, namely the issues some users had with claiming their tokens due to an all-time high demand. Optimism plans to use the experiences gained in its first ever airdrop in future token distributions. So like I said earlier, they'll have more airdrops as they go forward. The OP token launch and the unique governance structure were initially announced in late April. At that time, Optimism revealed that the launch of the Decentralized Autonomous Organization, DAO, which would allow OP token owners to participate in community governance, was in the pipeline. According to the team, OP-enabled governments, known as the Optimism Collective, is a large-scale experiment in decentralized governance that will allow users to vote on protocol upgrades, direct incentives to projects, and decide how treasury funds will be deployed. 5% was allocated the first airdrop, additional 14% on subsequent airdrops. Moreover, 25% of the OP token supply is reserved for incentives as part of an ecosystem fund, another 20% for public goods funding, 19% for core contributors, and 17% for Optimism investors. So the supply is going to increase at a rate of 2% a year. So that's pretty cool. If you got airdrop on this, or if you want to have a better chance being eligible in the future for one of their future one of their future airdrops, then just go to the Optimism network. Where is it? Okay, we'll go here. We'll go to, now this is how you do it. So if you want to find airdrop, for Optimism, what I was doing is I would go here or to their Twitter or Discord, or well, actually their Twitter, and find their actual website. And then go in there, go to the airdrop, and this is you know that this site is safe because it is actually vetted, verified, and is from the project itself. So yeah, you connect a wallet and then do all that. But yeah, See if you're qualified. Go in here, optimism.io. I'll also check out the Velodrome. Let's see if there's initial distribution. Yeah, I'll check that out and see if I qualify. But yeah, give it a look. Hope you have a wonderful day. Remember, this is not financial advice. Do not take it as financial advice. Entertainment purposes only. Do with it what you will, what you want. Share my thoughts, ideas, and that doesn't mean that you should take them to heart, but just do your own research, be smart, be safe, and keep your keys. Don't let anyone else take them from you. With that, this is the Blockchain Report. I will catch you on the next one. Be safe.